Here's my ranking for all 5 Stranger Things seasons. Just so you know, I enjoy every single one of these, and even my least favorite is like an 8 or 8.5 out of 10. In 5th place, we have Season 2. It's a very good continuation, and it expands the lore from Season 1 very nicely. We get great new side characters like Max, Billy, and Bob, as well as the great dynamic and friendship with Steve and Dustin. The snowball dance at the end of the season is one of my favorite scenes in the whole show. But even with all that, this season has what is regarded by almost everybody as the worst episode in the whole show, The Lost Sister. I don't think it's a necessarily bad episode, but I do think it is the worst in the show. Every single episode in the series switches between plot lines regularly, so that if there's a boring or not enjoyable plot line, there's certainly a good one or very enjoyable one that it still switches to in the same episode. But Season 2, Episode 7 stays on one plotline the whole time, making it a boring episode and clearly the worst one. In 4th place, we have Season 5. This season has incredibly high highs like Episode 4 and the finale, but it also has pretty low lows. We get the introduction of Delightful Derek and Holly Wheeler, who has always been there, but she's never really been a focus. And I also think her plot with Max is very good. Jamie Campbell Bower's acting really shines, and he gives the best performance out of the whole cast this season. But there are multiple times in Volume 2 that it begins to feel repetitive, where characters are just meandering. This season also sidelines main characters for side characters that I don't care too much about. But even with all that, there are still incredible moments like Will getting powers and that whole episode, everything with Max, Holly, and Mr. Whatsit, and the amazing epilogue during the finale. I also love to see more of Vecna's origin, the backstory for the Abyss, and more for the Upside Down. Up next, we have Season 3, which is super enjoyable and the most fun this show has ever had. We see more of Billy and how he is a broken and abused character. We're also introduced to Alexei, who is super lovable and his death is devastating. But during all the summer vibes, it takes a while to get to the main Mind Flayer plot. And the Russian plot is a little bit goofy, but it's still really enjoyable with Steve, Robin, Erica, and Dustin. The finale for this season, the Battle of Starcourt, is phenomenal and one of my favorite episodes in the whole show. And Hopper's letter at the end is one of my favorite scenes. Our runner-up is Season 1. It's an outstanding start to the show, and it is closer to thriller or horror rather than a big action epic in other seasons. It has a great mystery with not only the vanishing of Will Byers, but what's going on with the lab and where Elle came from. It has a great balance of characters, and just an overall fantastic season of television. And it would be my number 1 if it wasn't for my favorite season in the whole show, Season 4. It's so big in size and scope while still being personal for everyone. The action is incredible and the stakes are higher than ever. We get the introduction of Vecna and his backstory is incredible. We're also introduced to one of my favorite characters, Eddie, and his dynamic with Dustin. Many episodes in this season are my favorites in the whole show, like Dear Billy, The Massacre at Hawkins Lab, and The Piggyback. The last episode is fantastic, it's action-packed, it's emotional, and we get the devastating death of Eddie. And that's my ranking. What did you think of it, and what would yours be?